Okay, so what we're going over is a video I made for TikTok a while back ago, and the question was, what's got more power, a jab cross or a straight? So what's the answer?
A straight.
A straight, there you go. A straight is always gonna have more power than the cross. So say, for example, if I throw a jab and I throw that cross has to come off center line, okay? So I'm gonna lose, not much, but I'm gonna lose power. And it's a powerful punch. You still see people get knocked out with that cross all day long. Now, a lot of people don't even know there's a difference between a cross and a straight. Now, for example, that was just perfect. So my cross is gonna come off center line, boom, there's my cross. Now my straight, my hip's gonna push it straight out and straight back. Now, the trick is getting your opponent to get in front of that straight. Now a straight also could be off of an orthodox or a southpaw. We're just saying straight right because the majority of everybody watching this, that box, most everybody on the planet is right-handed. So that's where the term comes a little bit more. So either, once again, you either have a jab cross, perfect, or a jab straight. Now there's gonna be about a foot difference between each punches. If I throw my jab here, my straight's gonna be there. If I throw my jab, my cross is usually gonna be right behind it. So just get that straight. But again, no difference. If I'm southpaw, my jab and my cross are in the same place, or my straight left, I'm gonna throw jab, my straight left. See, there's about a foot difference from there. Okay, there's a big gap. But like the trick of it is getting your opponent in front of that straight. One of these ways to do it, and it's probably gonna be the easiest of the two, is for you to move and set it up. So what's gonna happen is Jenny's gonna hit me, first of all, she's gonna hit me with the jab cross. Boom, boom. We've all seen it, we've all done it. Other side, please. Jab cross, boom, boom. Now, both those punches are in the same, on the same target, because most people don't know this either. You want the closest
weapon to the closest target.
Yeah, please know that one. You want the closest weapon to the closest target. Now, it's going to be, so if we're here sparring, it's going to be that jab hand, because that's the closest weapon, and usually it's going to be either my glove, which you can punch the glove and then the face, or the face. That's the closest target. So closest weapon to the closest target. That's a must. You have to know that. Most people don't know that one. So now, let's back this up. So one more time. So Jenny cracks me with the jab cross. Both those punches are in the same spot. Now, how's she gonna get me in front of that straight right? So she's gonna initiate it. As she's gonna throw that jab, she's going to step to her left, the same direction, the same side her jab is on. So she's gonna step with that jab, and now I'm in front of that right hand. Boom, so she's gonna send that straight right hand. She's gonna do that facing the camera, please. So you throw that jab and step, now it sets up for that straight right. There you go, okay. So on your opponent, you can be moving, set it up, maybe throw like a partial, throw a feint and get him to move a little bit. And then when you throw that, then you can step and move with it. So that's just another option. I'm just giving you different options how the heck to get over there off that jab. So say, for example, she's gonna hit me with a feint. She's gonna fake it a little bit, boom, and then she's gonna set it back up and throw that jab and step, boom, bang. So one thing fighters do, or boxers, either they punch.
Or they move.
Yep, or they move. You're smart, you know a lot. Once again, either boxers either punch or they move, okay? Now, if you can punch and move, that puts you 2 steps ahead of your opponent and what she's doing right now. So once again, she's gonna shoot the jab and step and then let that straight go. Okay, so she jabs and steps, well, now I'm sitting here like a knucklehead right in front of that straight, and she'll win every time. If the person you're sparring or fighting is really versed and he catches it with those gloves, you've already made an angle off of that. So you can maybe come with a shovel hook to the liver. There's other punches you come with, but you created an angle and you let some heat off, so it gives you, your opponent's gonna be back on his heels, and being back on the heels is not good. We'll make another video about that, but you don't wanna ever be back on your heels. So the easiest way, we're gonna show you 2 today on setting up that straight right, is you're gonna step with your jab, and you're gonna step to the same direction. Boom, bang, and then it's in there. So one more time. Step with the jab, boom, bang, and then as soon as you land, boom, you have to let that go. Don't let any grass grow under your feet before you let that straight go. So one more time, we'll do it from both sides. Jab and step, boom, bang. There you go, and that's a straight. One more time. Jab and step, boom, bang, boom. And then there's a ton of power that you'd be surprised if you play with it a little bit on the heavy bag, how much more power you can generate off of that straight right, or if you're a southpaw, straight left. Okay, now that's the first and the easiest way to set that straight up. Now the first way was obviously you moving. Now the second way, she's gonna get me to move. Now, there's a lot of gray area in boxing. It's not necessarily all black and all white. But in the sport of boxing or combat sports, when you throw a punch, when I throw a punch, when Jenny throws a punch, you wanna have bad intentions with every time you throw it. Because if I throw this jab and I don't have power behind it, you don't have to worry about it, you're gonna not respect anything I throw. So if I throw a lazy jab, you can just step in and put one on me, and then I'll end up waking up like 10, 15 seconds later. So here's what we're gonna do on this one. On this one, it's almost like a throwaway jab. She's gonna throw it to get me to move, to step. So the first time she stepped and she initiated, but now she's gonna get me to step. So if she throws that jab, and it's kind of outside, it's not necessarily like aiming for my nose, it's gonna be outside a little bit, so I'm just gonna step. And there's not much juice behind it, so I'm really not worried about much. Like I said earlier, if there's not heat behind it, I'm not gonna really expect it. So as soon as I step in the line of fire for her straight right, boom, she's gonna let it go. So one more time. She throws that jab, I step out, boom, and then I get it. She's locked, loaded, and ready to go. So here she's in her true boxing stance. As she throws that, just like that, perfect. When I step, that back leg's loaded and that back hand's loaded, so all she's gonna do is let it go. And it lines up perfect for the nose or the chin, the button. Just put it on there and bang. So one more time with that. We can just be moving, like how you normally should be anyway if you're sparring or fighting. So she's just gonna throw lazily, like a throwaway jab, just stick it out there just so I continue to move. Because I'm not gonna step into the line of fire where that jab is, so I'll step away from it. When I step away from it, bang, she's gonna drop that hammer. So if we're moving, she throws it, I step, bang. Because most people aren't gonna expect that straight to come off of that. They're just gonna think, and then she's gonna move with me, and then we move back and forth, and then it's a gentleman's agreement. I don't know if anybody knows about the gentleman's agreement, but I will make another video about that in the near future. Have I told you about that?
Yes.
Yeah. What is it?
It's like when you were waiting to see who punches first, right?
Yeah. Kind of.
Or handshake.
Okay, so gentleman's agreement, here you go. And everybody knows it without knowing it. So you can back this up, watch a fight from 10 years ago, a fight from last week, it doesn't matter when. So two guys will go up in the center of the ring, okay? It doesn't matter who, but one guy will start, pop, 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 they'll move, the other guy goes, pop, 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 this guy goes back, it goes back and forth. It's like a tennis game, boom, 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 okay? That's the gentleman's agreement. It's an unwritten rule your subconscious just kind of picks up. Okay, I did my combination, now it's time for you to throw your combination. And that's what you want to do, is break rhythm and speed and all that kind of stuff, and I'll make another video about it. But the best you can break the gentleman's agreement, that puts you way ahead of your opponent too, but we'll break that down later. I'm glad you knew that, okay? Just put that one in the back of your mind, so I'm gonna make a good video about that. So one more time, the first time, or the easiest to set that straight right up, is for you to initiate it, okay? So once again, Jenny's gonna throw that jab and step to the same, direction. She can step off to her left, and that sets up for that right hand, that straight right hand. Because the question was, what's more powerful, the cross or the straight right? And the answer is?
The straight right.
Straight right. Okay, so one more time, Jenny initiates. So we're here moving, and now she throws that jab and she steps, whoop, bang. You'll notice even when somebody punches, whether it's sparring or fighting, when somebody punches, the majority of the time, your opponent's gonna freeze and cover or roll or some sort of thing. But the majority of the time, the easiest thing for anybody to do is just freeze. Even if they catch it, they can cover it or catch the punch, but I'm flat-footed. Anytime you're flat-footed, I'm no different, Jenny's no different, you're no different than one of those heavy bags. You never wanna be flat-footed. You always wanna be up on the balls of your feet so you can move. But so when she throws that jab, it's gonna catch me off guard, and I'm just gonna sit there and take it because I'm like, okay, I can cover with this. But when she gets over there, she's gonna set that right hand up. So she comes here, bang. Now, say for example, she didn't knock me out, but she's got the angle on me right now. She can throw a lead, a left shovel hook to the liver from there. Boom, yeah, there you go. And how she's lined it up, it's gonna go right, my elbow won't be able to protect it. She's gonna stick it, slide it through there right there. So for example, that's one combination you can throw. You threw a jab, step off, straight right. Now you've made that angle. Shovel hook to the liver, and then one more straight right, bang. So that's a really solid combination with very powerful punches behind him. So you can do a lot of damage with that one. So that was the first one. Now we're gonna jump to the second one, which is the first one she moved. Now she's gonna make me move. So we're here and we're moving. All she's gonna do is stick that jab out there to get me to move. That's all she's trying to do. She's not trying to touch me with that jab when she throws it. It's off to the side. Like normally, if I'm punching myself, I punch myself in the nose, okay? But if I throw it outside, I just want you to get to step in that way. Obviously, you're not gonna step that way because you'll step into the punch, which will be all bad. So you just kind of stick it out there and get him to move and bang, let him go. Now, if you want, you can still hit that liver shot from there. So you threw that jab, they stepped out, well, same thing, we'll do the same thing. So she throws that jab, she gets me to step, boom, now the angle's still there. She hits me with that straight right, she can let that shovel hook go, and then from there she can just open up from there. You can do a lot of stuff. So those are the two main ways to get somebody in front of your straight right, okay? And a lot of people didn't know the difference between a cross and a straight right. One more time. So we have a jab, cross. Those two punches are basically in the same exact spot. Like if you're gonna punch yourself in the nose, jab, cross. But now the jab, straight right, boom. See, look at the difference, how much space there is between there, okay? And that's what you wanna hit them with if you can. Don't get me wrong, the cross is an awesome punch, but in and of itself, hit them with that straight right. Now, we're making more videos all day, every day. Maybe not all day, but if you have questions, comments, please let us know. And my sidekick will go help me and we'll turn them out. But for right now, if you didn't know.
Now you know.
Thank you. I need